So I'm gonna give my prediction on the Errol Spence Jr. versus Yordenis Ugas fight coming up. There's not a definite date that's been released yet, but it's supposed to be sometime in March. Don't know when. Um, I was supposed to have been make this prediction. A lot of other things stopped me from jumping into making it. Uh, I was like, I have to go do some other things, and I was kind of wrapped up with some other stuff. I said I have to get the time to sit down and maybe watch 5 fights back from each of these dudes, so I can come up with a conclusion. And my conclusion is also politically based as well, man, because we know how I go with this PBC shit. But let me just jump into it real quick, man. It shouldn't take too long. I'm gonna jump into it, give my honest assessment on it, and anybody welcome to disagree or agree. So we got Errol Spence Jr., um, decent power puncher, decent counter puncher, excellent body work, good inside fighter, minimal footwork. He has improved slightly on his head movement. Very evasive fighter. He knows how to jump in and out of things. He knows how to do that very well. I'll give him that. Clams up sometimes though when he punches. When he gets pressure put on him, he'll clam up. You punch him, he'll clam up. That might be a gift and a curse, depends, But he also likes to pause in the middle of his punch, like right after a punch, he doesn't bring his hand back, and he's stuck in suspended animation. If you go back at a lot of his fights, you'll see what I'm talking about. And somebody like Bud they'll capitalize. They'll catch that. They'll definitely catch that. But nonetheless, decent chin. I think Errol Spence is a good fight. I'm not taking nothing from Errol, man. I'm just not a fan of him, man. A lot of things he did outside the ring that I never hear his fanboys. They don't never talk about it. The Yellow Beezy thing, I did not like that. That left a sour taste in my mouth about Errol Spence. I don't want to hear he was drunk. I just don't. I don't look. I got a lot of homeboys. We all been drunk. How come none of us? Nobody ever thought to try me like that. I never thought to try none of my homeboys like that. So there's no excuse to blow a kiss at your boy, man. And when I would love for somebody to come on one of these big channels one day, one of those big arrow supporting channels, and just let's lay that shit out and just ask that simple question: why do y'all support that behavior? How come y'all don't talk about it? But if it was Bud or anybody else, you wouldn't hear the end of it. You know what I'm saying? But it is what it is. I don't want to dive too deep into that. But then we got Yordenis Ugas, man, the Cuban fighter. Um, Excellent fighter, man. Good fighter. Um, he's another one. He's a patient fighter, calculated as well. Both of them are Errol Spence and Yordenis Ugas. Um, Problem with Ugas, he doesn't really have the power. He has 12 knockouts out of all his fights. He's not really known for his power. Um, he has great footwork, great jab, very good jab. Ugas' jab, I think, is very underrated. Uh, Problem with Ugas is he tends to wait a little too much. He's not a really overly aggressive fighter, or he doesn't get aggressive when he needs to really get aggressive. I think if he would have pressed the pedal a little bit, he probably could have got Manny Pacquiao out of there. I'm pushing him by saying that. Or put it like this: if he would have like applied the pressure a little bit more and just went all out, it's a possibility. Who knows? Maybe the ref could have stopped it because Manny was getting beat up. He was getting beat up anyway. But I'm just saying, if he would have went that route, he probably could have beat him up even worse, and then the ref probably would have stopped it. I didn't, knock. He wasn't gonna knock out Manny Pacquiao. I just don't think Ugas has the. He don't have the power to do anything like that. But this is boxing, man. He think it happened. The person you not known for the power, he'd be the one to knock somebody out, and then vice versa. But in that fight, the way that fight is gonna go, it's gonna be a counterfest, man. You're gonna see a lot of tit for tat counter shots. I think Errol's a fast starter. He's probably gonna apply a lot of pressure to Ugas, man. Early in I'll say maybe third round, you're gonna start seeing Errol start picking up the pace on Ugas. But like I said, Ugas is a mover as well. So I don't think Errol faced anybody that probably moves as well as Ugas does. I'm not sure if he has. Look back at it, it's besides Sean Porter, and you see the trouble Sean Porter was giving him. I don't think Ugas is really. It's possible. I don't think he's really gonna pose much of a a real serious danger to Errol Spence. Like Sean Porter was. But there's a strong possibility that Ugas could win this fight. But the only way Ugas will win this fight is if he knocks Errol Spence out. So that's not happening. Or if he just convincingly just washes him and just 7 or 8 rounds out of 12, outboxes the shit out of Errol. Quite possible though, because Ugas can box. He could definitely outbox Errol if he wanted to. I think he could. But not sure how he'd take Errol if Errol decides to go start that that Blu-ray-ish style boxing where he starts to slam against the body. I'm not sure if that's gonna really work on Yordenis Ugas because he moves. Errol can only, to me, man, Errol probably he gets away with that kind of shit when it comes to a lot of flat-footed fighters that their feet are just like anchors and shit. They like Danny Garcia type motherfuckers. But I see that fight going to the cards. I don't see Errol knocking out Ugas. I don't see Yordenis Ugas knocking out Errol Spence. I think what's gonna happen is we might be surprised. I think Ugas is gonna do better than a lot of us think. I think he's gonna get in there. I'm not sure if he's gonna really hurt Errol. See, the problem is with Errol Spence is none of us knows how his eyes gonna hold up or anything like that, or how's he been taking care of his body. That could play a major factor in this fight too, but I strongly doubt it. But it's always there. That possibility, you got to keep it there. Ugas could potentially be a spoiler, man. He could potentially be the person that ruins the Terrence Crawford versus Errol Spence fight, man. So that's something that people got to pay close attention to because that's possible. But then enter, the politics of boxing. PBC, Al Heyman, and all these funny style motherfuckers. Who's to say Ugas, he goes in there, man, and impresses the shit out of everybody. He pulls like a Manny Pacquiao type shit where he just dominates Errol, outboxes him, and then miraculously Errol Spence still wins the fight. That's probably what's going to happen in this fight. I think Ugas is going to be I think it's going to be controversial. I don't think it's going to be a wash. I think it's going to be a very close fight. I think it might be Ugas might even pull off a few more rounds. And then the decision is going to go to Errol Spence. And it's going to be all kinds of backlash behind it. But see, the thing is with me, I want Errol to win because I want him to keep the belt so he can go in there and fight Terrence Crawford. A lot of people got different opinions on that. Some people want Errol to get his ass whooped. But you gotta think, man. If you like Crawford, you're a Crawford supporter. If Errol gets his ass whooped, he loses belts. So then now, the fight between Errol and Terrence Crawford is probably dead in the wind if that happens. So you would want Errol to beat Ugas. If I had it my way, it would have went where Bud would have fought Ugas for the WBA. And if he beat Ugas, now he got 2 straps and Errol got them 2 straps. So Errol have nowhere to go. That's why I was always wanting Terrence Crawford to snatch Ugas up because it'll be nowhere else for Errol Spence to go. He will have to either fight Virgil or maybe Gerard Boots Ennis or maybe Butaev or Stanionis or somebody like that. But it'll be no question that he would have to see Bud one way or another, you know, because there'll be no Yordenis Ugas. Ugas would have got beat by Bud. He would have been out the picture. So now Errol gotta see Bud. No more barricades. No more Al Heyman help. No more step aside fights, step aside money. None of that. So that's what's gonna happen in this fight. It's gonna be a very entertaining fight. Um, Ugas is gonna do a lot of good work. I think Errol's gonna do pretty good, but I just think Ugas might start pulling away from Errol. Maybe in the later rounds, man. And I think they're gonna. I don't think it's gonna be like lopsided like a Mikey Garcia fight. They're gonna fucking give it to Errol Spence anyway, because that's the politics. That's just the way it's set up. Ugas gonna have to do something extraordinary and go in there and just KO and knock Spence out. And most people don't see that happening, but it's still possible. Gotta always know this is boxing. Gotta know, gotta understand that. But the likelihood of it happening is probably not. It's probably slim. But it's still on the table. It's very possible. Ugas still got knockouts, even though it's only 12. Who knows? This might be 13. And then we'll have to see Bug gonna have to go after Ugas. Maybe we can spank, go after Errol later or something. But see, Errol stock gonna go down. That's why I said PBC ain't gonna let Errol lose to Ugas, man. So, that's my prediction, man. That's how it's gonna go. If Ugas don't knock Errol Spence out, Ugas loses. Period. Even if we all gave Ugas most of the rounds, that's not gonna matter to the people that run shit. Just put it like that. Anyway, that's my prediction. I got Errol Spence beating Yordenis Ugas 12th round. They might even say it's a split decision. Look for a split decision in this fight. This is Rebel Life Boxing. Catch you later on the next one. Let me know what you think. And I'm out.